Hello, everyone, and a beautiful day finally after a very cold and rainy period here in Norway. And it's a little bit kind of a special day today because we woke up to the government with a lockdown in our neighbor areas. So we have a complete lockdown due to COVID-19. We got the Irish virus coming here, the mutated virus. So we are all afraid a little bit. So that's why this update. To be honest, I'm a little bit delayed with the slides. So it's going to be a verbal update. It's going to be good. We have so much good stuff that's cooking at the moment. The kitchen of SuperOne is full of cooks, and they are cooking the most delicious meals for you. It's really looking good, and we see how the market is there, how the cryptocurrency going, of course, up tremendously up in this year, and it's always coming a little bit down, but the whole macro picture is really good. So let's now concentrate on what we are about to deliver for the upcoming months of February, March, April, and onwards to June. We have some exciting roadmap. Like I said early this year, we made a 6-month roadmap. But we're going to start delivering really good stuff way before that. So why we have this detailed roadmap is because we are working with, as you know, some international firms. We are increasing our team ourselves, and we need to be very structured, and we need to plan better ahead, especially because of the COVID-19. We need to be very transparent and very forthcoming on this. So let's talk about the game. The game is, I'm really excited because this week we had an agreement with Fantasy that we have extended this week into going even deeper, even further, and even more resources being pulled in from their side. We have just boarded, he's been in the gaming industry for 30 years. He has a long rap sheet about being in all type of different games. And we have started working with him. His name is Graham, and we started working with him to make what we already have that's good even better. But also we are concentrating and looking further into the social aspect of our game, so we make sure we really hit the nail on that. And another thing that we have not been that much into yet, that we now has as one of the main tasks, that's the advertising part of the game. And it ties into the whole revenue model for the game. So let me just introduce to you how the game is and the whole platform works. The game consists basically of 3 different layers. On top, you have the design layer and the user experience. That is what Fantasy is creating for us. That's the beauty, that's the graphic you see. Then you have the front end, which is the applications that actually carry the design to reality and connect the design to the back end. At the bottom layer, you have the back end. That's where we produce all the algorithms that kind of operate the game. So we have been working on this game backend for more than 6 months already. We created all the frameworks, we created the content bases, the nuggets, and how it's all working. And this week we actually opened a proof of concept game, so we play the game itself in our backyard, sort of. Then we have been working, like you all know, for it's about 5 months now with Fantasy, creating the design, and that's all a lot is done, but still also a lot of work remains there. But the concept itself, the framework, the whole thing is done. What we are doing now is tweaking, and they will now move into what they call the final design phase. And we have the best experienced designers coming on board from them now. These people have made, like you've seen in the video, graphics that operates with billions of users. So they're coming with what we call the actual graphic designer, but also motion designer, to create motion within the animation and all the nitty-gritty details in the app. So that's all laid out. It's all ongoing process. This design will be connected to our backend through the front end, through the applications. And we have commissioned, and this is a new one, we have commissioned one of the leading companies in Europe for producing apps. I'm not going to disclose their name yet, because once we do that, everyone will start phoning them, and we cannot have that. So they have been featured by Apple, and they have really good record, and they're coming in now to create the actual application. So we believe that the current application you have, the affiliate application, will transform into a gaming application where the affiliate section will be part of that application. That's the initial strategy. We hope to pursue that, and that's what we're doing. At the same time, we are redesigning the affiliate app, but leave that a little bit. So this game, it's really interesting how this is coming together with this thing, because like I said, when you have looked at my presentation before, everyone know that a million player with $1 a day, that returns $365 million in turnover. That's the gameplay, that's the paid game. But we have different type of games in here, or different types of financial structures in the game. We have a game where you have prices. Of course, we have to pay prices. So the result or the profit of those games are different from games where the players maybe pay and they get a virtual asset, like in example, they're buying nuggets, or where we have the advertising revenue coming in. And the advertising market is so huge, it's tremendously big. And that's why we are doing now with Fantasy and their experience, a new advertising experience inside the games. So listen, think of the advertising in SuperOne like the football stadium. If you can imagine a football stadium, you know all the promotion boards, the advertising boards you see in a football stadium, both digital, they're swiping, they're doing all this kind of thing. That's the concept in how should I say, the optical concept we bring to this game. And the good thing is we will open so you can own piece of these advertising boards through what we will call advertising nuggets. And that's a whole new concept we're bringing in to make more profit on the platform for you and for everyone. We are now really diving into the advertising concept to plug in brands in an earlier phase than we planned earlier, than we planned before, to really get advertising plugged into the whole thing. Because we believe, and it's nothing to believe, it's a matter of fact, the advertising market in gaming is so big, and our game is really adaptable for that, because 70% of the advertising in the gaming industry is rewarded ads. That means that you can do something like look at the video or look at an ad and maybe answer a question, and you get something at the end, be rewarded by the brand. So we are taking that to a whole new and gamified level. That's also why we brought in this expert to really help us. We have a lot of ideas, but we always want to make sure that we anchor these ideas in the field with people that has solid experience, so we don't do any mistakes. We cannot allow that. So the game part, we have the technology on the back end moving. The team is really doing a great job. Now we are all the design moving to the final stages, and we are plugging in the connection between the design and the backend. So really great progress. The good thing is that we have now planned a lot of what you can call breadcrumbs, or small pieces of information about what we do and insight that we will keep releasing throughout February and March. We know that the field need, and we both know and respect that the field need more and better update on our game development and the release and the whole thing. And we've taken that into account. We've taken it into discussions with our partners, and we developed a plan for it. So we have a plan, and it's not in disrespect that we haven't communicated all this. It's just like we cannot communicate everything, because a lot of the things we create here is what we can call at least confidential intellectual property. And if we give too much of it to our competition to see, it's not good. And some of it is not in, how should I say, a presentable fashion yet. Some of these things are on the drawing board, and when you have perfectionists working, they don't want to show you the drafts, or we don't want to show you the drafts. So, but we taken it into account, and we planned, as we start with weekly updates on February 1st, starting in a week, for about a week, 10 days from now, we have a weekly marketing plan on the affiliate side that also take into account gaming update, ad market update, and all this. That's been planned. So if you look at the months ahead of us, that's the game. The game is ongoing. It's really exciting. So if you move over to the February, March, what we're going to focus on. Starting on February 1st, we will start increasing the price on the token like we have communicated before. We will get all details to you next week about that. So the February will be very much focusing on the token and the staking. We will have the staking, we will have the token swap coming up, and we have created a new way of confirming your token, and the technology team is implementing it now. It took a little bit time, and we were a little bit hindered by the gas price. So we found another way of doing it. We just need to free resources from converting. We are in the midst of converting the platform to USDC. That will happen next week. And that has been a little bit bigger task than we anticipated. And so we have that ready, almost ready in testing phase. And then we move to the swap. The swap will be much easier and will cost zero money. You just need to confirm with your wallet through a smart contract, but you don't need to actually transfer the token. So we will get that out to you ASAP. And once that's finished, we move into the staking. We will do the December staking. We will do the back pay. We will do the whole tokenomics, and you will be able to have much more clear foresight and how should I say, insight in how we're going to do this with the token. It's coming a new token called Super. It will weekly increase in price from February 1st all the way till the middle of May. And once we have reached $1 in intrinsic value in May, June, we will have a liquidity event, meaning there will be some tradable, how to say, the token will be to a certain extent be tradable. So we got to get into details on that over the next few weeks. We need to explain to that, but at the same time, we are awaiting a little bit legal advice on how we communicate things, so we do everything in a professional and proper manner. That's the token. So let's talk a little bit about the nuggets, because basically we need to get into the game of consuming credits on the platform. So we get the whole business model start moving, and that's what we're doing. The nuggets will be released. We will have limited version of nuggets coming out, so you can buy them with credits. They will be collectibles. They will be on the Ethereum ERC 1400. They will be transferable. There will be a market for it. That's a new one. It will come a market, so you can actually buy a nugget. And if it's appreciating value, similar to CryptoKitties, you will be able to how should I say, trade it. And again, we protect this with legal opinions, and we are making sure that we are not doing anything that could be criticized from a legal point of view. So the game nuggets, they will give you advantages within the game, basically. They will give you, in example, you can skip a question, or you can have, there are some really cool concepts that we're going to start dripping to the market and make available to purchase with your credits. That will come in form of a store. Then we have something new. They are labeled, they are not game nuggets, they are advertising nuggets. That means you will be able to buy in on these boards. That will be the advertising in the game and on the platform. You will be able to purchase fractional or whole boards, and within, I'm not going to go too much into the details, but That is something really, really appealing. So basically, you will be able to buy into assets that will give you extra rewards all the time. You can be owner of these boards. That's something really cool. And the concept will, of course, be a limited number of boards available, etc., etc. And this will also make you, you can buy these with credits, and you will be able to get the thing going. They will be tradable. So altogether, these two products, we're going to concentrate on these for a little bit in February, March, because they will get the consumption of credits moving, which is very important from all senses. We're really going to focus on that. And it's building up to the game. It's building up as a kind of pre-sale to the game. So once we get all these going, we start with the game. And then we built the game and the player database and all this. And like I said, we have our goal is to have the same app for the game and for the affiliate. Okay, so what we're doing now, we have entered into, based on what we have done with the game so far, we are in the midst of redesigning the affiliate app. And for those of you deep into that application, you understand that it has become much more complex. We have now released the pool. We have all this kind of different thing. And it becomes like, you know, you're growing a little bit here, and a little bit there. It becomes what we can call a little bit cluttered. And we have learned a lot of this. So we have actually developed this week, we developed a new design scheme for the whole affiliate app that we are now fleshing out, already started. And we are doing so into the presentations that we are releasing now shortly. And we are redesigning the whole wallet, the whole concept related to the wallets, how it's working, the different packages, all that from a business point of view remain the same, the business logic, the packages, the compensation model, but the way we present it will be very different. It will be simpler, more intuitive, and we have new designers working in conjunction with our new branding, in conjunction with what we do with fantasy. We are aligning this in parallel. So we are really working to make that simpler. For those of you wondering about Apple, we have submitted a new app to Apple without the store for now. We are waiting their approval. They're very slow. And we will work with Apple on this from a legal side. We take one step back and then we start moving in small steps forward. But we have updated our Android and web apps, so they're all running. We are also working on the credit card purchase, which is tested, and it's just scheduled to come after the USDC. We're also having that you can deposit other type of currency through CoinSwitch. There's a lot of things coming. So the new structure with USDC that comes up next week will be that you can deposit in USDC. All the internal all transactions happen internally on the platform without any cost. We will pay in real time to your account. You get USDC to your internal USDC account. You can withdraw at any time. There will be some minimum amount and there will be some fees to apply to this. I have tested extensively the USDC over the past months actually, and it costs $1 to $2. So we will see what we do to make sure we have priority in that transaction. But it's good. It will keep the whole platform stable, and it will do our sort of cash management much easier. One of the challenges over the past weeks sort of have been that Ripple is being delisted. We lost Coinbase a couple of days ago on 19, and we still have Kraken open for us, but it's a little bit more troublesome the way we how we manage the funds. So that's good. It will be much simpler with USDC coming, and you will still have the real-time payment, and you can access the money at any time without any problem. So that's the token, that's the nuggets, that's the USDC, and it's all about the game now and how we bring this. The market is tremendous. We have This week also, we are doing evaluation of the whole token scheme. We are fleshing out and creating a new financial model for the whole concept. So we will provide you, and this is done by venture capitalists in US and in London, and we will and they are amazed by the numbers. And we had a great call yesterday, and now we're getting very close to a model. And once this is finished, we will massage it, look into it. They will provide a statement. We will share the numbers. But the strategy from our point now will be to see how much do we make per million players, and then you can calculate yourself how many millions we get, because we don't know. Nobody knows, but we believe we are into a very, very attractive market. We have a very attractive position and game and offering and everything. So we believe it's going to be big numbers. And I'm more positive than ever in this project when I see all this. I'm one of the few that maybe have the total picture of how all this is done and how we have structured everything this year. We had a good structure last year, but now we are even better. We are also bringing in, coming up next week, this is a surprise to all developers in SuperOne. We have an incentive scheme where we are aligning everyone that works with SuperOne development, programmers, designers, whatever. They are all being enrolled into an incentive program. They will be tied to the token. They will be tied to the value of the token, and that will align their interest with your interest, with mine interest, with everyone's interest is aligned. So we are all working to get that token so highly appreciated as possible, but we need to be sound and clear in what we do from a financial point of view. We don't want to over exaggerate or oversell. We're going to be very prudent in what we do. So we built a really good business going long term. That's the whole purpose of what we're doing. So I'm so happy we have invested all this time and resources and done maybe all of the errors we have done, because we learn from it and we become more valuable. We become more agile. We've done these things, okay? You can look in the market. I think it was this week or last week, there was a project launching and they were open for 12 or 24 hours and then they stopped. And I know very well why they stopped, because the whole smart contract just stopped. And we cannot have a game like that. We cannot have a affiliate platform that just stop because it comes a lot of people. So we need to make sure that what we create is so good, and we need really to concentrate on what we do, and we're doing it every day. I'm really happy for the team. We have some people we have exchanged, and we have a lot of new people. One of the biggest bottlenecks we have is to bring new people up to speed, bring new people into the management of the company or the administration of the company or the development, to bring new people in and to really get them up to speed, because the platform we have is 1.5 million lines of code, and it's so much. We have the private blockchain that I even touched. And we have created this week, we created the connection between the external token, the ERC-1400 token standard, and the internal Hyperledger fabric. So we have automatically docking the token to the chain code in the Hyperledger fabric. It's a bit like an airport. When the plane comes, they dock at the gate. When you dock at the gate, you earn staking rewards. Once you leave, you don't earn. That's what we automated this week. It's really good, and it's coming to you. So that's how the staking, we will focus on that in February. We will tell you all the details. We will show you the backend. We will show you the blockchain. And like I designed earlier this week, all the transactions will be visible inside your application in the new design. There will be a blockchain viewer embedded in the affiliate app. You're able to see everything. It's going to be ding, 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 ding inside your app. So that's really cool. A lot of good stuff, Arthur. I think we're gonna hold on there and maybe take a few questions. I can speak for hours. I don't think it's beneficial. What do you think?
I know that one, Andreas. It's the same with me when I start. So Andreas, a key question right now would be, how would the transition look like from XRP to USDC for potential existing members, new members who would like to purchase packages? How long could that downtime be when we do the switch?
The switch downtime will be just a few minutes, but it will be a hard switch, on and off. We just change. So we will tell you when we do it. I believe it's going to be February 1st because we don't want to do it on Fridays. We have to do it on a Monday. And it will be February 1st. It will be a time where we, let's say, some hours in advance, we say, now we're switching, then we're switching. We don't hold a lot of XRP anymore. We don't want it. Because the thing is, we don't know what happened to XRP at the moment. Suddenly, all the exchanges will not have it. But at the same time, it survives out there at a certain level. So I don't know why they can't kind of meet with SEC and kind of pay a fine or whatever, do something. But the uncertainty is the problem now. We love XRP from a technical point of view, from a transactional point of view, but the uncertainty related to XRP and our possibility to take that funds into other currencies like stablecoin, we have most of the company funding, we have been in stablecoin. So we don't have all this all the time. We kind of convert multiple times daily. So we keep our war chest in stablecoin. That makes us avoid the dips and it makes us miss the upside. Okay, so there are pros and cons in the world, but yeah. So that's a little bit. I mean, we have enough to deal with that we don't want to sit all day and monitor this goes up and down. So from a business point of view, I think it's better for us to move to USDC because it's stable. You know that if it costs 100 USDC, it's 100 USDC. You don't need the fluctuation. From a technical point of view, it's slower, but it won't hurt your revenue. We need to leverage some transaction cost, but still it's working fine. It's good. It's much better. We also tested Bitcoin because I was kind of fancying Bitcoin, and I still fancy them because I think they are the biggest. That they are. I don't think they are. They are the biggest, and we've done some tests, and it takes too long time and expensive. So USDC it is. We can also use USDT. I saw they now have started their bank confirmed their balances. USDT and USDC is a flip of a coin, the same thing. It's a ERC 20 contract on Ethereum. Both stable coins, both available basically all over the world. So let's do USDC first and see how it works. And the change will be a hard cut. It will be down for a minute, up. Everything is in USDC. I mean, it's known technology. We had it before. We had the whole platform was in Ethereum a year ago. So or even prior to the end of July, everything was in Ethereum. So this is not a new technology for us. What we're creating now is not new. It's just like the implications because of our internal way we do transaction on a common ledger with XRP means that XRP happens to in the same ledger, the same wallet, sort of a hot wallet, and it's being distributed. Now we are receiving USDC into a single Ethereum account on an exchange solution, and we need to internally grab it. So we need a little bit, the liquidity will be different. So we are handling that on our platform, and we needed to redesign that, and it's a lot of scripting because obviously we've gone a long way from the last version where we used Ethereum. Now we need to move all these elements into USDC and testing and testing and testing. It's all developed, this is in testing. And since we have deployed this rigid scheme where we don't open things or put new things into the market before the end of the, before a weekend, we had to stick to that, Esther's little rigid thing. We start on Monday with a new sprint, and we do things so we have all the backup, everybody fresh mind and all that. And that's good. We get the clockwork going, and that's what we do. We already release tons of stuff with this kind of new clockwork scheme, and it's good. So let's just keep pushing more and more. We will walk the talk all the time, like we've done since we're a little bit late before we got into the new model, and we encountered a lot of issues that we have repaired and fixed. Now we're moving. We are improving every day, and the game development is really good, and it's all tested, moving, so it's good. So that's it. I think the next months are just amazing.
Super.
February, March.
Answer the question. I think
I answered the question probably 10 times. USDC will be a hard cut, but it's not a big deal. You will have the whole thing inside the app. How do you get your external rewards? You insert your Ether address or USDC address, and you pull it out. The withdrawal, we already designed it. It's simple. You just put in your Trust wallet. You can get it to yourself anytime you want. Withdraw, and it's there in 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes. So that works. We can't get the 2 seconds anymore because of Ripple, okay? But we didn't want to move to like Stellar or Tron or anything else that could do that. The reason for this is we believe the biggest coins will kind of win, or the biggest cryptos will win the race, and we want to be, as a legacy company, we want to be there with those. We don't want to change this model too many times, because it takes time, effort, communication, all that kind of thing. A lot of points of failure. We don't want that. Now we want to be stable, think about the business, look forward, and go for mass adoption. We don't need to be a crypto little. If you want to deal with crypto and you want to have all the fluctuations and all these things and save crypto, yeah, do that. Happy. Use Coinbase or Kraken or whatever. We are not there. We are here as a gaming and technology affiliate company to bring this from zero to hero with the game. And that's what we are here for. The profit, you can take it home, put it under your pillow, put it in your Trust wallet, or go gambling in Tron or whatever you do. We really don't mind. We just want to concentrate on our business and do that good. Okay, next question.
So there is a lot, but we've already planned to do a leadership update tomorrow at the same time. We're going to cover the remaining questions. So otherwise, we're going to be here, as you said, till 5 o'clock. So we can stop it here. But then again, everybody, we've got quite a few of you. At the same time tomorrow, there's going to be a leadership call where 3 or 4 of us. There's going to be different panelists who will be discussing different questions.
I see someone is asking how much time the payment will do. Okay, once someone deposits USDC, it will take upwards of 2 minutes for that to be confirmed on our platform. Once that's confirmed, all the internal transactions happen instantly in real time. So if someone deposits $100 and you are the referral, it will take 2 minutes approximately, and then you will have your $10 referral fee, okay? Comes directly to you. You can withdraw it instantly. There is a little fee for withdrawal. We're looking into this now, the detail. But let's say every withdrawal will either cost, or if you accumulate a little bit, it might be free. So we're looking into the final adjustment of this. If you withdraw, it will take you 2 minutes. So within 5 minutes, 4 minutes, you can from the client you bring in or from the new prospect, push to pay till you have it in your private wallet. It takes 4 minutes, or depending on the USDC, the Ethereum thing. So the Ethereum gas prices goes a little bit like this. It doesn't affect USDC that much. It's a very efficient contract, so it's not that crazy. We've seen that. So we don't see the hilarious fees we see in some other areas of Ethereum. So that's the timing. Anything else?
So yeah, Ivan just
So they're
asked,
asking for
will
the
we have
game
to spend
launch.
more?
They're asking for the game launch. Let me be very clear. We're
Yeah.
building up a massive momentum. We start with these things that I described in February, March. We are plugging in all this design. At the same time, we need to grow the affiliate. The game will be start publishing the game once we get to April, May, June. Okay. The goal is to be fully launched by June. At the same time, that's why we increased the token price, because we're adding value. I'm not going to disclose too much about what happened in April, May at the moment, but when we enter June, the goal is to have a very, very successful game. At the same time, we will do a liquidity event with a token. And you can interpret a liquidity event. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It will be a liquidity event. So that's what we're looking at. And why we spend all this time? Because we need more than a month for beta testing. We need more than a month for just testing at scale. And of course, all your affiliates will be part of that process. So let's get back to that over the next few weeks into February with more detail. We will publish this roadmap to a much more, how should I say, in a more designed way. We are also now in the beginning of February coming with our white paper, which is a massive thing that will provide you all the detailed information about not only the game itself for what we can disclose there. It will provide you about the whole private blockchain, the whole tokenomics, the whole structure, the legal setup of the company. Like you all know, we are moving from London to Gibraltar. We all that setup. So I think we end it there today. You should really get your action moving, because from 1st of February, again, we're going to bump the price, and then we're going to bump it on a weekly basis. And the reason why we can do that, we are adding value every day to this project, and we are adding people, we are adding better and better solutions, and we are making really good progress. So let's get this boosted together. And once we get there, you will be really, really glad that you enter into this project at this early stage. It's still early stage. Bring in people and let's become 100,000 active affiliates, and then we will roll out the game and we will really, really capture the market. Okay, thank you very much for today. Have a great weekend and take care. We will be back next Saturday. Then I can promise you it will be a lot of more things coming, also in colors, in videos and everything. And our official kickoff will be Monday, February 1st. Then our next phase is starting. Thank you very much.